The story begins and we saw a plane landing in the wild. A family came out from the plane. It's Tom, his wife Amy, and 2 children, David and Jessica. They get into the car and drive ahead through the forest. On the way, they saw many wild animals and David took photos. They look happy to see animals, and after that, they reach the resort. Tom and Amy swim in the pool. At night they are all having dinner and Jessica asks Tom to go home. Just then, Amy and Jessica start arguing about something and Jessica gets angry and leaves. Amy is actually David and Jessica's stepmother. That's why Jessica doesn't like Amy. Tom tries to explain to Jessica, but she asks him to go home because she doesn't want to spend more time with Amy. In the morning, Tom meets with a guard named Brian, who will take them to the wild safari. His family gets into the car, but Tom doesn't go with them because of an urgent task. After that, they go forward to the wild. Brian takes them around the different areas of the jungle and also tells them about the animals that live in the jungle. After a while, David asks Brian to stop the car because David needs to pee. But it's dangerous in the wild. Then Brian goes with him and also takes his gun. When David pees, Brian sees a lion from the bushes, and Brian points his gun at the lion. Seeing this, Amy and Jessica think Brian points his gun at David, but then they saw a lion and are afraid. After seeing this, Jessica tries to start car, but Brian holds the key. Seeing this, both of them get more nervous. Amy then gets out of the car and yells loudly, and Brian tells David to go to the car. David runs away and gets into the car, but as Brian starts to get into the car, the lion catches him and kills him. Seeing this, the 3 of them get more scared, and after hearing their voice, the lion attacks their car. The lion drags Brian's dead body away. After seeing all of this, Amy calls for help from her cell phone, but the call cannot be received due to the bad service in the forest. Jessica tells Amy that we can't survive anymore, these lions will kill us too, but Amy explains it, and then a lion climbs into their car and attacks the roof of the car. The lion starts breaking the roof of the car, due to which the windows of the car also start breaking. Seeing this, the 3 of them get even more scared. Now the lion climbs on the hood of the car and starts watching them. Amy tells David and Jessica to be quiet and not move, seeing the lion leave. Jessica then asks Amy to get the gun lying outside, but Amy refuses to let her go outside. They see some lions eating David's dead body and roaring at their car. After that, Tom starts looking for his family at the same resort, but he doesn't find anyone there. Sometime later, night falls and Amy tells David and Jessica to go to sleep, but David asks Amy if the lions are still around. Jessica turns on the car lights and a lion stands in front of them and roars loudly. Amy quickly turns off the car lights and encourages a frightened David to sleep. On the other hand, Tom asks the people at the resort about his family, and they tell Tom that his family hasn't come back yet. Now they tell Tom that they will all go to find his family in the morning. Tom is angry to hear this because he doesn't want to lose his family. A woman then contacts a man named Crawford. Tom asks him for help, but he refuses to help Tom at this time of night. And it starts to rain. Due to the rain, David's eyes open and he opens the car door and starts drinking water. At this, Amy forbids him to open the door, and the 3 of them roll down the car's windows and start drinking the rainwater. The next morning, Tom and the people at the resort decide to use a helicopter to find Tom's family, but the helicopter can only fit 2 people, so they ask Tom to stop and leave. And Tom asks the woman about Crawford and gets Crawford's address from the woman. David, on the other hand, finds the car keys and tells Amy and Jessica about it. Seeing the key, Amy decides to go out and get the key. She goes out to the key and then a lion sees her and starts running towards her. Amy sees this and runs to the car and somehow escapes from the lion and gets into the car. Now Amy starts the car and they leaving, but Amy can't drive and the road in the forest is bad, due to which their car hits a rock and gets stuck. On the other hand, Tom reaches Crawford and tells him everything, but Crawford ignores his words. Tom tries hard to convince him, but Crawford flatly refuses to help him. Amy tries to start the car but it won't start. Meanwhile, Tom somehow convinces Crawford to help and the 2 of them head out to find them. Now Jessica hears a helicopter in the forest and the 3 of them are happy. Jessica gets out of the car and screams for help, but the people in the helicopter can't see her. Amy runs to Jessica and the chopper drives away. Seeing this, Jessica becomes very sad. Amy encourages her and then a lion comes towards them. Seeing this, they both get scared. And then someone attacks the lion. And the lion dies due to the bullet. Then we see the 2 wild men who killed the lion. Amy asks them for help, but the wild people do not understand her words and they start skinning the lion. Now Amy and Jessica go to them and ask them for water. One of the men asks Jessica to go with him, but Amy refuses to let Jessica go, but Jessica doesn't listen to her and goes with him. They both stop by a pond and Jessica drinks water. Now Jessica asks the man to carry water and the man gives her a wooden pot in which Jessica fills water for David and Amy. Then they hear the sound of gunshots in the forest, hearing which all the animals of the forest start running. Now the man and Jessica also run from there to the car. Jessica somehow gets into the car and the man goes to find his other partner in the forest. On the other hand, Tom and Crawford are also looking for them in the forest, but they don't see anyone yet. After some time it is night now. Jessica and Amy are talking when they hear a man's voice. Seeing this is the wild man, Amy calls him inside the car. Then a lion attacks their car and starts pulling the man out by breaking the window of the car. Amy and Jessica try hard to save him, but the lion drags him out and kills him. Now the next morning Jessica tells them all how long we're going to lay like this, we have to get out to help, but Amy forbids her to go out. Amy asks them to escape using the equipment in the car. Amy asks to close the car window with the help of the seat, and then David gets a lighter from the car. Now they all get to work. David notices the hyenas in the forest eating the man's dead body, and then the hyenas run away seeing the lion. Now that lion is looking at their car and leaves after some time. Now Tom and Crawford also reach there. Hearing their car, Jessica get out and ask for help, but Amy refuses and decides to go on her own. Tom and Crawford are on the mountains and don't see anyone there. They start to leave, but when Amy makes a loud noise, Tom hears Amy's voice and runs towards her. Amy notices a lion, which she drives into the car. Meanwhile, Tom runs to Jessica's car, but a lion attacks Tom, and Crawford kills the lion with his gun. And the other lion there attacks Crawford and kills him too. Tom reaches the car but does not open the car door and gets under the car. Now the lion starts trying to kill him. In the car, Amy tells David and Jessica a plan that Tom overhears. Amy said, "When I will say run, you all have to run," and they agree. Then Amy breaks car's oil tank and she calls lion. The lion came into the car. Amy said them to run. Now Amy turn on the lighter fire and threw on car where oil is leaking. The car catch fire which destroy their car and burn the lion. After seeing this, Tom thinks Amy has also died. They are all sad. Eventually they saw Amy is coming. And now they all go back to their home. Don't forget to like and subscribe.